Hello, this is my human resource research and interview project, and this is for my Management 296 Current Trends in HR class. I'm currently taking this course at Pierce College, and my name is Anna Obrecht. I will be discussing what human resource is in this presentation, as well as HR issues and laws, 10 behavioral job interview questions, examples, 5 specific soft skills, some factors that managers use in designing professional development for employees, ADA and EEOC laws and regulations. We'll be looking at some job descriptions like exempt positions and non-exempt positions. We'll be looking at a training curriculum outline example, some recommendations from my interviewee on how to enter the human resource industry, as well as some challenges in the HR industry today, and we will end up with my conclusion, my personal thoughts on this project that I conquered and I believe was a total success. So thank you so much for your attention, and I hope you enjoy this presentation. Well, let's take a look at what human resource is. And according to my research, the human resource department is those people that handle the company or the organization's hiring, their development, and their administration processes. So any type of internal processes would be handled by this specific department. They also plan and handle the directing of different policies, procedures, regulations, laws. They prepare new employees by briefing them in different briefing processes, and they do this mainly in the recruitment stage of the new hires. They handle a lot of data entry and record keeping, and that includes very confidential information. That could be confidential information about budgets, about salaries, about employees, staff members, and about the company itself. They also handle a lot of problem solving on their daily basis, and this could include any type of disagreements that may occur within the workplace. They also do the exit interviews for the employees. So those may be positive experiences, but when they are negative experiences, they are the ones who handle the situations and bring out the best for the company or the organization that they represent. They also go ahead and do any type of arranging and designing of professional development courses, and again, they design these according to any type of laws and regulations that need to be pursued and adhered to directly from the company. In the state of Washington particularly, because this is where we are. But they also will do the planning for any type of development for any staff members of the company for these specific courses. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. Just want to add in there that a lot of the data entry that they handle also include writing reports, forecasts, any type of data charts or graphs, employee handbooks, handouts, very important statistical information that regard the organization or the company. And this is done for anybody included within the organization, and this includes employees, the supervisors, executive branches, stakeholders. They handle the analytical, developmental, and investigative purposes for the company as well. And yeah, we'll be able to take a look at some information that is particular to human resources. So just going into a brief detail, I'll be able to talk about my interviewee a little bit more towards the conclusion of this presentation, but just an overview. I did interview a human resource manager. Her name is Mrs. Meredith Colvin. And she is the HR manager at the Bethel School District, where I currently work. So it was a pleasure to meet her and be able to receive some feedback and very valuable information for this project. So we'll take a look at some HR issues and laws. The majority of the HR issues and laws that need to be adhered to as a school district, according to my interviewee, realm around discrimination and avoiding all types of discrimination. And so that includes providing fair and equitable hiring for all applicants. So they try to promote their hiring materials or to develop these interview questions for all applicants, mainly for them all to have the same questions so that nobody feels discriminated against. Those questions and the hiring materials, they go through very rigorous filtering processes through different people in the HR department. Particularly in the Bethel School District, they have about 17 people working in their HR department, so this filtering process is a very detailed one, to say the least. But again, it's also that no applicant, no new hire feels discriminated against. There are some questions that do not need to be asked unless they are already performing their duties as employees within the school district. Otherwise, those questions can be left confidential and do not need to be asked. Some of the codes that they follow as a school district are the WAC code and the RCW code. Both these codes are specific to the state of Washington. And the WAC code is the Washington Administrative Codes. This is regulated and placed by the executive branch agencies. The RCW code is the revised code for Washington, and that handles any laws and regulations. It's like a collection, if you will, of laws and regulations that are currently enforced within our state of Washington. So they are responsible for keeping these laws, maintaining them, and making sure that the employees, whether they be new or whether they be existing employees within the school district, that they adhere to all of these laws and regulations as a team. And this will help provide the best type of education for the students. So in this case, the Bethel School District does hire two different type of classifications for their staff members. One is called the classified staff and the other one's the certified staff. Classified staff is particularly any staff member that does not need a teaching certificate within the state of Washington to be able to perform their duties within the school district. Certified staff are those individuals that do need a certified teaching certificate to be able to have a job within the school district. This would include teachers, administrators, instructors, principals. Even though they are considered administration, they would also get or behind the certified staff, because they would need, as part of administrators and instructional piece as well, they would need or require a teaching certificate to be able to perform their duty. So HR's job is particularly to make sure that anybody that needs specific certifications does have those to be able to provide them if needed. In order to help this filtering process also and to avoid any type of discrimination, the Bethel School District uses an Aptly Track mailbot. So this is a system, an online application system that is easier to use, easier to manage, and easier for the filtering process again, so that the interviewees that they are interested in, they will be called back, and those that won't automatically shoots them an email and tells them that they're very thankful for their time, but at this moment they are looking for somebody else to fill the position. So let's go ahead and take a look at some behavioral job interview questions that may be asked and some of the answers that the school district is kind of expecting. So one would be the ability to maintain focus within a team. So how focused is the interviewee? So an expected answer for this type of question would be, how professionally can they set goals for themselves? How well do they participate? How well do they listen? So do they have any type of strategies for determining or acknowledging or valuing, placing value into what their team members are saying and doing? Communication skills. Does the interviewee have any communication skills, any way to professionally express themselves orally, in writing, or interpersonally? Does the interviewee have experience promoting diversity? So in this question, they would be looking for prior experience in a workplace where they have already promoted diversity in the culture of the workplace. And again, the anti-discrimination piece. They want to make sure that the new hire is going to be on board with the culture of the workplace and being diverse. They want to know if the employee believes they are assertive. So the answer that they're currently looking for in this question would be how well the interviewee believes in him or herself. They can control their emotions, and how well they probably feel that they can handle addressing important issues or situations. The employer is going to want to know how organized the interviewee is, how clean is their workspace, how well do they handle prioritizing their workload, do they believe in managing tasks, do they use technology for managing their tasks, are they aware of any type of softwares, and how well do they apply their knowledge in these type of software specifically for scheduling purposes. They also will want to know if the interviewee is people-driven. So this again will play into interpersonal skills and strategies for creating conversations, those starter pieces. Thinking positively, nobody wants to hire a negative employee. Is the employee or is the new hire customer service experienced? So in that question there, the interviewee might want to answer with a couple, at least have 2 experiences handy there of how they might have provided excellent customer experience in the past. They want to know also how passionate they are about students. Again, we're talking about the school district. So for this, thought it was pretty interesting. Their answers should be primarily about an experience as well of when they became passionate.